Hello, everybody. Hey. It's me and my sweet friend Emanuela, and I am in Croatia, and she is in Seattle, and Instagram is not cooperating with me again.
Let's go
So
Instagram.
that's fine. We're on Facebook and YouTube. Um, and if it doesn't let me go live now, I'm just gonna bail on that. Okay, so yeah, we wanted to chat about bodies and
Mm.
oh my goodness. So well, I was in Croatia doing a Joy Business Facilitator class, and there's also been this body whispering class going um, on at the same time for 2 of the days, and then today was the last day of body whispering. And I was on both. I was listening to the body whispering recordings. Um, and oh my gosh, there's some really crazy, amazing
Mm.
stuff that has opened up from these classes that I am so excited about. And we're going to be doing, Manuel is one of the hosts that is bringing me to Seattle um, in just a few, 2, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, we're already at, I know, it's the middle of July for heaven's sakes. So,
Um,
yeah,
2-ish weeks,
just,
two and
it
a half.
is barely three. Yeah, hardly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for a 3-day body class. I'm also going to, I know, and I'm also going to England tomorrow to do a 3-day body class this coming weekend. And I titled this live a different type of nourishment for our bodies.
Mhm.
Because I started to really perceive in the body whispering class, I'm not going to like try to rehash what we talked about because it's just there's so much and it's so kind of fresh and still brewing. But I started to perceive this very different sense that the body processes and access consciousness, which are these hands-on energetic processes that we explore in the 3-day body class, are food nourishment for our bodies in ways that I didn't really have a sense of before. And I did have a sense of that before, but like it's totally different now. It's like, wow, my body requires this. I'm like, what's it going to take to have the process run every day? And you've had a lot of body processes,
Mm.
Emanuela. You
And
love
I
body.
continue.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's very rare my hands aren't on my body when I go to sleep at night in all the
Yeah,
modes, but
right. Right. That's an amazing, I mean, it's so cool to be able to run the processes on yourself. And then, when you have somebody else do it too, it's like
mm,
amazing. It's about 1,000 times more powerful. And if you can't have somebody else do it yourself for sure.
mhm.
But yeah, what's your experience been with the body processes and the body classes, like receiving from
Well,
because
there's
there's
just
something about,
nothing else like them,
yeah,
like
yeah.
we've, been in access or, choosing all those classes for a long time. And there's still, I remember recently or whenever, how to, you kind of have to bring the body along on your travels to consciousness. Like you can't really, how conscious can you be if you're not embodying your body? And these, the processes keep keep everything kind of mm, congruent with each other in a sense.
Mm,
For me
yeah,
personally, like,
yeah.
so what I'm noticing and hoping that we can talk about is how much different the body processes are even running right now. Like whatever's changing for people,
Yeah.
and um, and even old body processes, what you think of as old processes, are so different and don't need to make it significant in any ways, but holy smokes, are things amped up in a sense. Do you notice that? Like,
Yes,
is
yes.
that true? Like,
Yeah, for me it is. Well, what I receive, and also, I just did a foundation class in Budapest, and in the Access Consciousness Foundation class, which is a prerequisite for the 3-day body
mhm.
class, um, we introduce the body processes and run 2 of them. And there's like, for anybody who doesn't know what the processes are, like if you're like, what are you talking about? I just want to explain, to people who for whom this might be brand new. Um, they're these energetic, it's energy work, basically, these hands-on energetic, we call them processes because each one has a very, very different, very unique energy. And they all have unique names, and you don't have to know anything about energy work to run them. You just put your hands on the body, say the name of the process, say the access clearing statement, ask it to run, and it just turns on. It's so cool. It's like the easiest thing in the world. And running the processes, the 2 body processes that we run in Foundation, in Budapest, it was so magical to see what showed up from that. Just there's such a potency, such a depth, such a silence and a space. And that's really something that yeah, it's like, you mentioned like like bringing the body along, and I think also like our bodies bring us along, you know?
Yeah, it's directing the show for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of
And
the
then you
other way
don't
around.
listen. It is a smack above, up above. Like,
Yeah,
Oops, sorry, buddy.
and this body whispering class that Dane here just did, who's one of the creators of Access Consciousness, oh my gosh, it was so incredible. And it was really the sense of like really finally starting to tap into how incredible our bodies actually are,
Mhm.
what our bodies actually are. I mean, you know, I that's something I love about Access Consciousness, and the conversations that we have in Access classes, they're just so different. And not anything I've found anywhere else. And a gift to me in ways that nothing else has been in my life. And with the body stuff, it's like, I mean, I could list a whole, laundry list of things that have changed in my body from the having body processes run and taking body classes, and just exploring, body stuff. And to me, it's like that's kind of like the side effect or like the bonus, um, that comes from having a completely different reality with your body, that is like where you don't see it as something that functions like the rest of the world functions, and you don't see your body as something that is like limited in any way. Like you see it as a gift, you see it as something that has consciousness that's inviting you to greater and more in ways you can't even imagine. And when we, especially in a 3-day body class or an advanced body class, there's this space that gets that we dive into, and there's so much silence and so much potency, and it's like the body is just like take you on this journey, and the body processes just take you on this journey, and it doesn't have to, we don't even have to talk, there's just so much change. And I see people at the end of those classes have a completely, like, have so much more communion with their bodies and really like get out of judgment of their bodies. I mean, just so many amazing things. And that's how I see, like, when I look at like the bodies bringing us along to consciousness, it's like the bodies are like, oh, like, come. Like if you're willing to listen, if you're willing to listen to what I know, if you're willing to receive what I know, if you're willing to perceive what I am, your whole life can be different.
Yeah, that cultivation of space with bodies and as bodies, there's nothing like the body processes and the 3 day, especially the 3 day body class.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
by that third day, like just that creation of whatever it is, and it's different with every single class. With each person that shows up, there's just this. Yeah, it's such a hard thing to describe, really,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it is all energetic, and our bodies are energetic, and too, that's the one thing I gotten most from the classes is not making anything solid, especially my body, and that's a really tricky wonder.
I like how you said that. Definitely, definitely. And it's not something that you can, it's not like anybody can tell you how to do that, you know? Like it's like something you have to explore, and
Mhm.
really like get curious about,
Yeah.
ask your body to show you. And it's, I mean, I'm like a million times more in awe of bodies and
Mm.
what's possible with bodies today than I was yesterday. After this body whispering class finished, and my sense is that the body processes have even more to offer to us now from what we've
Mhm.
opened up from this class, and like deeper nourishment and more space and more potency, um, and just yeah, like such a beauty, and I mean, what our bodies are capable of is so phenomenal. And most of us are like, God damn body, like judging and judging and not receiving from our bodies, and our bodies are like, okay, no problem. If you want to judge me, that's fine. If you don't want to judge me, that's fine. But what they can contribute and what they can show us about creating our lives beyond everything that we've considered, um, when we don't judge them, when we're with them, truly with our bodies, is um, is pretty spectacular. And
It's a
just beginning.
pretty, I want to say, like, it's a hard, but yeah, maybe not hard. It's been hard, as you chronologically move into different spaces of your life.
You talking about aging?
Yeah, that nasty word, but I have been more surprised and deliciously excited what my body shows me every day. I had a funny conversation with my husband and just saying, but I'm I'm not part of this reality. He's like, oh honey, yeah, you are. And I'm like,
It's so cute.
no,
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah,
And the training and the retraining of my mind with my body, like daily, I
yeah.
have to keep reminding my body keeps reminding me I'm not old. God, that makes me
I
want to
love
cry, you
that.
know? and
Yeah,
it's just like, oh my God, there I did it again. Like
yeah,
creating my own limitations about what I think my body, what I've been told my body, this, blah, blah. And I
yeah.
was always looking at it more from resistance. I'm not going to get old. I'm not going to, and then you kind of look in the mirror and you go, okay, what the fuck is this? But, um, but not even, that harsh judgment that I've had of myself and my body all my life. Every body process has lightened the load. It's that reminder that none of that's actually real and none of that's really been mine.
That's
And
cool.
and you get to this space, like, I fucking love my body.
Mm,
Wow, you know,
that's so
like,
cool.
and that is almost like not acceptable.
Yeah. How dare you? How dare you love your body?
How
How
weird
dare
that
you
is,
fucking
but
love your body?
yeah, right. But honestly, like, I'm just like, you go, body. Like, what else can we do that we don't think we can do? And with my husband, I was talking about golfing. It's like, I recognize this pattern that I do. Like, I just kill it on that first swing. And then the next shot always fumbles so that and I'm like, I'm gonna start doing bars and start doing, processes on performance or whatever. But it was like, I know that I can be magic with this body is magic. And if I would just let it be,
Yeah.
if I would just let it and keep reminding my mind, like, you don't get to run the show anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I
how much
and
magic could it be, to be 70 and, moving gracefully, more gracefully in your life
yeah.
with no connection to age and no connection to those numbers at all. And I know that's possible
Yeah. I mean,
using those
uh,
processes.
yeah. The
And that's what's
process
available now.
totally. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so amazing to see how I really feel like my body gets greater every day. And there are, I do have those moments too of like feeling old or, like judging my body as being old or looking old or, I'm not perfect, but it's just this sense of like, wow, like what I let go of every day as, with the judgments and what my body is capable of. And like Mira Eleanor, hi Mira, she just put a comment here. Bowspring is a huge contribution for my body, thanks to you. Emanuela does Bowspring as well. Uh, Bowspring fans here, which is not what we're talking about in this video, but it's cool because Bowspring has that effect. Bowspring movement is a really amazing movement form that I do, Emanuela does, I teach, and a bunch of people have enjoyed it from some of the stuff that I've shared. But it's also part of that, like just, looking at our cells and our molecules regenerate, our cells regenerate rapidly, often, fast, all the time, and when we change the energetics of our body through the body processes and even through Bowspring, it's like our cells can regenerate in a completely different way and they can regenerate healthier, younger, more vibrantly alive with less of that cellular memory of limitation. You get rid of the energetics of the limitation and the cells regenerate completely differently.
Massive.
And that's just one like more explainable aspect of how this works, like scientifically, semi-scientific, but there's so much magic to how the body processes work that couldn't possibly be put into words. Um, and so, yeah, I mean, I'm so excited that I have two body classes in the next couple weeks. Um, because this, like just this body whispering class, if you're just joining us, I was just mentioning, we were talking about it a little bit ago, that just finished today. It's like, it's a totally new playing ground for our bodies. Um, and I'm so curious and so excited to
Mhm.
see what shows up now and this way that our bodies can be sourced from a completely different space and different energies and not what we think they're sourced from is really a pretty spectacular thing to get to explore.
It
So
just brought up a question of, what is my body the source of?
yeah.
Like,
And what
holy,
what
holy
what
smokes.
sources your body, like I when I look at that, I'm like energy way more than food, way
Mm.
more than, it's energy. And so to me, I'm like, we say in Access that, um, people that are like the seekers of the world, the
Mm.
humanoids, the X-Men, we have like different food groups, salt, sugar, water, energy. Like basically, these when you do a lot of energy work, like you need more sugar, you need more salt, you need more hydration. And to me, I would say energy is really like the top, it's like the main one.
Mm.
It's like well, I can get nourished from energy so dynamically and it can create something so spectacular. And I I've been running these body processes for 15 years, and I feel, and I facilitate the classes, and I'm like, I've barely touched the surface of what's possible.
Isn't that just so amazing?
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's like truly amazing. Like, and it's the weird thing too, like what that actually creates
Yeah,
in the world and how much of a difference, like people coming into these classes now for the first time. I
yeah,
recently did a foundation with two brand new people. Bars had been their only experience, in a short period of time. And wow, the body processes were definitely the hit. and but just like it's immediate, the space. It isn't day 3 you finally get the space. It's like you walk in and you run a process pretty, I
yeah,
choose to run a process pretty soon after people get there, like,
yeah,
let's go.
yeah. Let's
But
not. Yeah,
I'm amazed at, like you mentioned 15 years, like it just felt more like you're trotting through, heavy water or mud. And now it's just like people, the world, it's out there, and we're inviting you. Like, so if you need an
yeah,
invitation, you are formally invited. Your body is calling. Like, truth, is your body calling? Is
yeah,
your body requiring? Is your body requesting? Is your body demanding
yeah, yeah,
something different, and a different way of being, and a different way of you with your body?
yeah,
And what
yeah.
conscious embodiment is available now
Oh,
that truly never has been. It's something so delightfully different.
so different. Yeah, yeah.
I think
And
delightful is my new word.
I love it. I love that word. Yeah, I have to run in a second and go do a class, but um I wanted to mention too, two things. The Seattle 3-day body class and the England 3-day body class are both going to be in incredibly beautiful places. So the one in England is in the Lake District in far northern England. It's going to be in a house on a lake. It's just spectacular. That
Mm.
starts this coming Friday. Um, and the one in Seattle is also going to be on a lake, literally on a lake, in my backyard in Seattle, Lake Forest Park. Um, Literally, you can walk off of your massage table and jump in the lake if you want to, or go paddleboarding at lunch or whatever. So, really, I love doing classes in beautiful places where nature really contributes. And the
Mhm.
other thing, and that one's August 1st through 3rd. And but they're both on my website, heathernichols.com/events. And the other thing I just wanted to quickly mention is our bodies know how to create massively, like beautifully. When I did when I first did body classes, my body was like, we are fucking going to these classes. And I was like, I don't have the money. So if you want to create the money, body, let's do it. Like, and I didn't even know what that meant. I didn't know what that looked like. I didn't know how to do that. I just knew it was a thing. I was like, well, let's see how this works. And and I did, and it was like boom, boom, boom. I went to 3 classes like within a few months period. 2 3-day body classes and an advanced body class within like 3 or 4 months. And my body just started creating, like I started creating, but it was like with my body. So if money is a thing, or you're like, I'd love to come, I can't see how, just ask your body, like choose it, ask your body to create it. And there's so many, I have a million resources on my YouTube channel and podcasts and stuff about that. But it's amazing how it can, your body can really contribute. If your body's really asking for something, if you're really asking for something, you'll like, we find a way. So yeah.
True story.
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you so much,
You too.
Emanuela. Thanks everybody, and hope to see you somewhere
Can't
soon.
wait to see you in person
Yeah,
soon.
I know.
Hands
Yeah.
on bodies.
Okay, take care everybody. Bye.